Hey everybody, I'm Jack Reedy with Future Pastimes. I'm one of the designers on the expansions for the classic Dune board game, the 2019 edition from Gale Force 9. And I recently received the Kalkared insert for Dune. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Kalkared, I don't know. But there's a link to it in the description. And I wanted to give a quick review of it. This insert is designed to hold the base game and all three of the current expansions for Dune, fitting it all into that box and organizing it pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the components and talk a little bit about how they work. I don't have everything in here currently to show off, and there is a video on the website where he goes through everything and shows you how it all goes in there and how it fits, so you can watch that. I'll talk a little bit about it from my own perspective, but the reason I don't have it all in here is because I have a lot of custom components that and I also have oversized components, so it doesn't all fit in there. My situation is fairly unique. I know there are a few other psychos out there that, like me, have blinged up their Dune to an absurd degree. But most players, you know, they haven't quite gone that far, but they are wondering, how do I fit it all in? What's a good way to organize it? And so let me just say, this is a great insert. I think the guy is kind of an ingenious, maybe he's an insane genius. I also got a Cosmic Encounter one and one for Sagrada. And it does a great job. So just want to show you a couple of things. So one of the big things in here is a nice organizer by faction. So they have all these different colors in here. You can see I've got one loaded up here with some ECAS in here. And so it's a nice kind of raspberry color to set it apart from the other ones. This is the one for the Emperor. So there's a spot here for your leader discs to go. You can put your faction markers there. All of your force tokens will go in here. This space is going to fit any special tokens that you might have. So for ECAS, they have ambassadors, and for Mauritania, they have the terror tokens. And you've got like no field for Rich S and what have you. So I'm going to show you, I have, this one is filled out for the Fremen. So all of the Fremen leaders are in there. There's Stilgar and the tech token. So that fits in there fine. I've got the faction markers up there. I've got all the force tokens. And you'll notice that I have these inserts. So they fit with these inserts. But I have actually also received the new stackable ones. And with the stackable ones, you can get them all in here, but you're not going to be able to fit in any tokens. So I'll give you a comparison here. This ECAS one, these are the stackable inserts. Whoops. And so I'm using up both compartments for that. So there's no ambassadors in this one because it's just not going to fit. And I've got absurdly large ambassadors anyway. So I was going to have to store those in a separate case. But like I said, most people don't have inserts at all. But if you have just a regular Etsy inserts that don't stack, but they are nice, I have enjoyed having these. I've got my Fedaykin down here, but there you could fit all 20 in here if you just had the regular inserts there, and you don't need any special tokens for the Fremen or the Emperor, or the you got the HMS for the Ixians, but that will actually fit in here. And then there's actually another space just for tokens. So the top tray, you're going to fit most of your homeworlds up in here. And things like discovery tokens, a couple other things. Chitain will just kind of lay on top, and then there's still room for the battle wheels to be up in there. And then underneath it, you have inserts for, prediction cards and spice cards. There's another one here that fits all of your trader cards, all of your treachery cards. You've got two, and this is really nice. Underneath this, you've got two of these trays here for spice. So you can actually have one on one side of the table, one on the other. It's organized by 10, 5, 2, and 1. And they fit in here. They stack nicely. So yeah, I would say for 90%, maybe higher, of the Dune community looking for a good organizer, especially if you have 1, 2, or all 3 of the expansions. This organizer is great. So it's got one side of the box here is going to have all of your factions organized and stacked up, and everything goes in there with them. Their cards are going to be separate. So I've been storing all of my stuff by faction. So as you can see, all of the leaders, the force tokens, the homeworld, all of the cards that go with the faction. So my Bene Gesserit box here has, it's not filled with just pain. It has all of the prediction cards in it, your alliance card, your homeworld card, your I have the traders stored separately in their own custom box. So I have a kind of a unique situation here where I'm still trying to decide how I want to end up organizing it, because it all doesn't fit into my base game box. And all of this, of course, is with the specter, if you will, of the Kwisatz Haderach edition looming over us. That is a year away, at least a year away. The campaign itself doesn't even start until early 2025. It may be completed and fulfilled by the end of 2025, but that's still over a year from now as of this recording. And the idea there is that it will have a massive box that's designed to hold everything, the base game, the 3 expansions, the new expansion that will be part of Kwisatz Haderach. So it is a 4th expansion for Dune that includes a lot of other stuff, and that was never going to fit into the base game box. So you're going to need a new solution for that, but maybe you have a separate thing. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. They might have a modular system where you say, I just want to get the new expansion and I don't want anything else. That may be its own box, and maybe you do store most of that separately. There's still going to be some room in this box, strangely, but with the board and all the rules and everything on here, it's pretty tightly packed. So another faction thing, if there is another faction, will there be? Maybe. So yeah, there's no way all of that's going to fit in once Kwisatz Haderach comes out. So I'm not saying just wait for it. Maybe you want to see what's in there before you decide. But in the meantime, this is a really great insert. I think it's fantastic. I suspect that once that comes out, maybe they'll do a new insert. I don't think it's all going to fit in this box, though. But maybe there's just a bigger box as part of Kwisatz Haderach, and you can get a different insert. I think inserts, though, are going to be part of that solution, and I suspect it will be something more along the lines of this, where you're just going to take this box out of your storage solution, and it's got everything you need to start playing. You'll be like, great, I'll take out all my leaders, I'll take out all the cards, the tokens, my starting spice, whatever, it's all in here. It's got a little label so that we know whose box is whose. So that's probably what Kwisatz Haderach is going to be. But right now, as of this recording, it's still pure speculation. But I believe that was the point. But they're also talking about maybe a 3D board, which would be bananas in the best way possible. So there you have it. It's a great insert, and I'm glad to have it. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to give it to my daughter, who doesn't have as many insane custom components, or if I'm going to do some hybrid situation where I store most of it in the main box and then some of it somewhere else. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments, what do you think I should do with my ridiculous amount of Dune stuff that doesn't fit into any single container, no matter what I do. But for those of you who have been on the fence thinking about it, I give it my 100% endorsement. I think it's great. But I do have to warn you that there's more content coming, and it will not fit into this box with this insert. There's just no way. Can't be done. It can't be done. Because I know how much stuff is coming in that expansion. And if it's like any of the other game founds that Gale Force 9 has done, there may be even more stuff. In fact, I'm hoping that there is, because I know what there could be that could go into that box. So yeah, there's plenty of content that can be added. We'll just have to wait and see. That's it for this one, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.